Octoberfest meeting. Okay, vendors, how we doing? 2.5 weeks left.
We must be out of room.
We have 90 in hand.
90?
Hold on. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 more coming in
96 total so far.
so far. And we have a wonderful list of food vendors, all different types of food. And we are full. We have been full for a little while with food.
How many more non-food vendor spots do we?
Well, we can go up to about, going up and around Pleasant Street, we can get to 120, 125.
Okay.
So still waiting. More can come in. People are emailing me, asking me if there's room.
We're full of food vendors, though. We can't take any more food vendors.
Yeah.
Yeah, worked out super well. We have a great list of food this year.
Awesome.
Okay, we have a couple things about vendors. Are you done so far? So,
Yeah, it's up to you to talk about that.
okay. The first one is food. I met with the fire department yesterday. Food vendors, if they cook, they're required to have a Class K fire extinguisher.
Okay.
Okay. They're going to be, and the fire department's going to inspect all the food vendors that day that's set up. They also, if they cook with oil, or hot oil or grease or something, kind of like Frido or French fries or something like that, they have to have a Class K fire extinguisher, and if they use a tent or an awning, it has to be flame rated.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to prepare a thing to send out to our food vendors to warn them of that.
How does that
I
word get spread?
emailed all our food vendors today.
Okay.
Even if they weren't, if they were a food vendor, they received the email portion that the fire department wanted all vendors to know about their fire retardant canopy, the fire extinguisher, and their propane tank has to be safe where it's not going to be knocked over, things like that. All of the food vendors received the email today.
Okay, awesome. All right, so we fulfilled our obligation to the fire department to let them know that, that vendors were gonna do that. We also have another situation that happened. I got an email from the selectman's office with a bunch of pictures. There's a resident on Pleasant Street who has a house on the opposite side from where we had set up the guy that served French fries. And during the course, he included a bunch of pictures, and during the course of the day last year, there was, people sitting on his wall and standing in his driveway. He had a line going in his driveway, and, he doesn't want that. So, we're gonna have to visit that and relocate that guy so that that line doesn't go into this guy's yard.
We have to, more specific, we have to move some of the trailers down so that the line doesn't go from a food vendor of whoever that goes across the street into his driveway, which he has a right to be upset about that.
Yeah.
And Tony, in the last year, said, well, we will rope off your driveway, but he doesn't want that in case he has to leave for some reason during the event.
Yeah.
So
I'll come up with, and it's part of our expenses this year. I did buy some of those post things with like plastic chain, that like a Q line. So I bought some of those. They weren't that much money, so like $145 for enough to do the street, so that we can kind of rope off with a queue lines for food vendors would be, as opposed to, you know,
So if we move that fry truck down, we should still probably use those to rope off his wall because
we're
people
gonna,
will
I'm
still
gonna
probably
ask
sit
the,
there.
yeah, I'm gonna ask the highway department for some additional cones.
Mhm.
And then, you know, we'll put some cones there, and then we'll put caution tape and stuff, you know, like rope off, caution tape off his wall.
Yeah,
And maybe, and put a sign on it, because, you know, caution tape doesn't really say, don't sit. You
right,
know, they don't know really what the caution tape is there for, I guess.
right,
So we're gonna put the caution tape there, and we're gonna hang a sign from it, that says, don't sit on the wall.
mm,
You know? And then we'll make the, we'll use these things that I bought, so that we can kind of maneuver the french fry lines and, you know, the food lines, so that they're not in the guy's driveway.
okay. Well, hopefully that other food item isn't as popular.
Yeah, we also, the fire department had requested that we move the Boy Scout fry dough.
Okay,
So
currently in
we're gonna-
front of the real estate building.
It was in front, well, the old Dickens Lickens, but it's
Mhm.
been there for 25 years.
Yeah,
They, you know, they prefer that we move it onto, you know, across onto Depot Street with the rest of the food vendors.
okay,
So we're gonna put it somewhere on that corner, like either on this corner or that corner. We're not quite sure yet which one it's gonna be.
because don't they need like a semi-flat spot because of the vat and the oil
Yeah.
and,
Yeah,
Yeah.
so should be probably on the Pleasant Street side as opposed to the other one. Because
okay,
I think the first two sites over there got a storm drain or something that makes it weird.
okay,
Yeah. We'll have to check it out.
all right. So let's go.
All right,
Field trip.
motion to adjourn.
Yeah. And then, of course, that means that the vendors that were there, normally we, like, I don't know, was it baked potatoes there or something, or,
We'll figure it out.
yeah. We'll have to
Okay.
figure it out. Okay, so, what else? Oh, we got for transportation for parking, we got the senior bus. That is gonna be, what was it? It was $18.95 per hour for the driver. And I signed up for 8 hours.
From the high school down to here? Or
It's
not,
from-
from the elementary school to here?
Yeah, it's from the school, but.
Is it gonna be the high school or middle school?
The current, no, not the high school.
Yeah, high school's
It was
Okay.
it was the middle, the
Primary,
primary, the middle school,
Yeah.
and, you know, the elementary school, all of the parking area up there. So they're gonna go up there and then, you know, pick up and drop off behind the post office.
okay, all right,
Okay.
all right. Also, okay,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
also with parking, I reached out to Douglas Youth Baseball and Softball. I didn't have a contact, so I just reached out to their general email address. It's like a Gmail account. So did that today. I'll probably hear back from them, I would say sometime tomorrow. If not, I have the name of the person to try and elevate it to, so.
Okay, so to see if just to, like, check and see if they're doing parking like they did last year.
Yep. And I said that, you know, we're just looking for you to confirm it, we can promote it, you can also do like a voluntary donation like you've done in the past, and, you know, so. And they would have to be the ones to staff that parking too, like we can't.
Yeah, they
can't
had
do that.
volunteers down there working it so that
Yep.
it's not madness,
Yep.
because
So yeah, I
you can put a
crafted
lot of
that.
cars in there if there's organization.
Yeah, I parked it before too, and I parked it when it was really busy, and you actually parked on the field itself, because the parking lot was full, so.
Wow,
Yeah, but I mean, it's a great spot.
they did well.
Yeah. Okay.
And then St. Dennis.
St. Dennis upper parking
Yeah, upper
lot.
parking lot they can use.
Okay.
which we do not have a shuttle for. I haven't managed to do that.
So is that something like we could mention to the police? Like if someone pulls up and is like, I need to park close, like, and the police could just say, park at the
We do
the
have,
schools and it's a shuttle?
yeah, well, if they park up the school, there's gonna be a shuttle that goes up in there and it'll pick up and drop off from behind the post office. So the police know that part,
Okay.
okay? Or they will know that part
Yeah.
if they don't. The St. Denis parking lot though, that's kind of far
It
for
is?
somebody to walk.
But I was lucky enough to get this shuttle. I don't know what else.
Why can't we just post something saying that, anyone that needs assistance getting from the parking lot to the event, you can park at the primary school and we have a shuttle to bring you to and from the event.
So everyone will go there.
Parking.
Well, we can just promote it as anyone that needs assistance getting to the event. Like,
Okay.
I mean, other people know of Soldiers
Well,
Field and,
Yeah,
other
well,
spots.
We'll say, we can put out, supposedly, we can put out a thing in our advertising where, that says where all the parking places are. And then we can tell them that there will be a shuttle from the elementary school, at primary school, elementary school, to the back of the post office, so we can tell them that, okay? I don't know if we would say if they, I wouldn't go any further than that. I would tell them just that much.
What are you
And then
considering our
if they-
advertising?
If they need, if they're gonna need assistance, then they're not gonna park over in St. Denis because they know that we didn't tell them that there was a shuttle from there,
Mhm.
all right? So,
So what's our form of advertising to promote that other than our Facebook
well,
page?
John is gonna have to do a couple press releases. He's gonna have to mention parking, okay? We can actually even also do that kind of thing on social media. We can do it on our on our Facebook page,
Okay.
all right? So,
But you can also use like Dynamic Douglas and all of
Yep.
that as well.
Right.
so we can use social media for a lot of that release. So,
There has not been anything out about the pumpkin carving contest. That
Yeah.
has to go out.
and then, yes, we have to talk about the pumpkin contest. So I'm an administrator on the Octoberfest Facebook page now, so I can make postings on there. So I can do up the pumpkin contest and stuff. We also gonna have like a pumpkin contest entry form, right?
Right.
Okay,
And they're bringing the pumpkins already decorated?
already carved, already done, yep. And the sign up is gonna be at, right aside of the Soda Jerk. Soda Jerk's gonna do
We got
the
a lot
signs.
going on in front of the library. A lot of people want in front of the library. We have Webster First because they want to be close to their bank. You've got the Soda Jerk. You've got the Board of Health that wants to be in front of the library. And then we have a gentleman who's always there. He's been there forever doing sports cards.
And we also have the statue lady.
We'll see.
The sports cards person is usually further down.
Yeah, he's at the very end, right next to the driveway
Okay,
that goes down and back. He's always at that spot.
okay.
And so then I could put the Board of Health next to him. And so that does leave, well, we still have Webster First that has to go in there. But I was gonna put them on the other side of the soda jar, closer to their bank.
Mhm.
So I still think there's room for the living statue. And that's it.
But then we also have those bathrooms that are tucked next to the library too, so there's a lot of traffic.
Yeah.
People, foot
Yeah,
traffic.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the soda thing, obviously we need water. And then we've got all those, hoses and things that we want to make sure people aren't tripping over or.
Well, the hose you kind of run up through the thing, where it comes across the sidewalk, we have those things that,
Okay. Well,
like,
last year we had it on the lawn. We're not doing that this year. We're going to the street.
no, we're gonna pull it onto the street,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then where the hose goes across the sidewalk,
Mhm.
put one of those wire protection things.
Yeah. Okay.
We have
You're
those.
gonna have it go across the sidewalk? The, Friends of Library will have their book sale out there too.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah, so you'll be able to, the sidewalk will be open so that you can, have access to the stuff to the library and stuff.
I did talk to Ingear. They are all set with the cars. They just questioned me where it was being placed, and it's the same as always. And so I just need their vendor forms to put that in place. But they're all set, they're good to go.
So you were able to get in contact with that property owner?
Yes.
I gave them a copy of the insurance paperwork and stuff, they're all set.
Okay.
And we are all set with the lodge for the car. The lodge is okay, the race
Okay.
car being on the lawn.
All right. I saw Gary, the car owner, on Sunday, and he said that it's wrapping up this week, and I would want him to come check out where we were thinking, just to make sure, it's
Yep.
a race car, so it's pretty low, and if he needs to have a ramp or something to get it up where it's gotta go. Maybe when we leave here tonight, can we maybe just go check real quick?
Sure.
That way I don't need to bother you if and when he's available.
Yep.
Okay.
Now, in their parking lot, all, the lodge people park in their own parking lot.
Okay.
And they also okayed the quiet place for people to just, and children to go chill out.
Yeah,
Okay.
the car will be there as a display, but the plan isn't to start it up, so.
Is it gonna be on the lawn or is it gonna
Yeah.
be? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a display on the lawn.
Okay.
That's part of advertising that we need to put. The quiet place will be at the Olive Branch Lodge.
Parking,
At no point during Octoberfest should he start that car up.
Nope, I told the lodge that it's just gonna sit there and look good.
Okay. All right.
That way it won't, there's no possibilities of any issues, any
Yeah.
leakage, anything like
Right.
that.
Yeah, I just need to, if there's a little kid that, wants to hear it, I just gotta make sure that Gary knows or whoever he's with that,
Yeah.
we can't do that, so.
You'll hear it start up when it leaves
Yeah.
at this time.
Okay.
Because the inside is also a quiet place, and to have that start up,
Mhm.
so much for a
Right.
quiet place.
Yeah. Okay.
How are you doing on sponsors, Steve?
Not so good. Yeah, I had a couple of leads and they were getting back to me and then they just said, I can't do that right now.
What about your pavilion?
That I thought was just a hard chase. the contractor pavilion because it was small dollars and trying to get buy-in, like
Right.
from many people.
Right?
So then I was like, oh, well, if I can get, a couple of sponsors for the 500 to 1,000, like, that takes care of it. Like, it's done. Like, but now it's like, people were interested, they knew how much, they knew what it was going for, and then they're like, I can't do it right now, because that's the thing is, like, a lot of our businesses are now, like, contractors and small businesses, so, I didn't give it up, but I'm still waiting for them to get back to me with the special rate. you
Oh,
know?
yeah, because we offer them a special rate, because it's getting close.
Right.
Yeah, but with the pavilion, I thought we were gonna do like $45 and they get half a table.
Yeah, but then, you get like $500 if you get 10 contractors if you're lucky. So all that energy with setting up the pavilion and getting a spot and all that for $500, it's like, or you get, one sponsor for something and it's the same spend. It was an idea.
It was a great idea.
It needed to be thought out a little bit more. I think it needed to cook a little bit more and just spread the word maybe this year to lead into next year. Because, we're going to have a new president, we're going to have new economy kind of thing. Like, that could change things for next year, good or bad. So, but right now, it seems like people that were considering it can't invest that much. So
So,
I'd rather have something than nothing, so if we reduce it and people can still do it, great.
has anyone gone after the envelope place?
It's not an envelope place.
Used to be
What is it now?
Supreme X.
Yeah, it's Supreme X now, but that's not an envelope place.
They still make envelopes there.
Okay.
I think they do. It got bought out, it used to be Classic Envelope, and then they got bought out by a company from Maine called Supreme X, but it's still the same business.
Okay. I thought the smell coming from the building
I had a
made me think it was something
contact,
else.
I did have a contact there, because there was a couple times they sponsored with the train. And I emailed over to that contact, and it didn't get returned, the email didn't get returned, but it also didn't get a response, so, I don't,
Okay. And then this list, Mary, that you got from the town for the businesses, like I
Yeah.
sorted through it, I checked who the contacts were, I got like a cell phone number from looking them up online. But a lot of these businesses, like, it's just a license to do work in Douglas. Like, it's a license to work in the town.
But it's not,
But they're based like out of
Okay.
all different places. Some of them like even out of state, and it's like, ah. And then when I get ready to contact them, like they're in New York, they're in like Florida, like all these places. I'm like, okay, so
have you tried reaching out to GBI? It's been a long time since they've sponsored anything at Octoberfest. GBI.
okay.
And Tony sent a sponsor letter to, oh, I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. Delphini's? The concrete place?
yes. I should,
a Sutton?
oh,
Dolphinies.
yeah, they're in Sutton. They're just over the line into Sutton.
Did they do work for you or something? You threw it at them?
They actually donated some, 2 yards of concrete to our ramp project at the Scala.
Okay. So you sent them a sponsor letter and
Yes.
just waiting to hear back?
Yeah, I haven't heard a response yet.
Okay.
It was about a week ago.
Okay.
What else?
Did you end up getting that?
I ordered
Pavilion
it.
thing?
It's due in this week.
Okay.
So when it comes in, I'm gonna wanna blow it up and take measurements and stuff so that
Right.
we see how it fits.
I'm pretty sure we're not gonna get it back into the original packaging.
That's a given.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah.
what those Rubbermaid tubs are for.
That's what, yeah, I'll end up having like this big huge, just like I do for the bouncy, the knockleball arena,
Yeah.
where it's in like a tote with wheels on it.
Oh.
I'll do the same thing.
Alright, I've never
Yeah.
seen that come out, so,
Yeah.
okay.
It's in a big tote with wheels on it.
Okay.
So I envision it being, you know, probably about the same size as that, because that thing, that arena, when you blow it up, is pretty big, you know? So this will probably take up the same kind of volume when you store it away.
I'm gonna look up the Supremex site and see who's there, because when it was Classic, I was good friends with the son, who's about my age. His parents were the ones that owned it.
Really?
Yeah, so
Yeah, they were always helpful.
I can see if they're still involved. I can reach out to him and see if there's any connection there. So,
Mhm.
all right,
Might, I'll at least tell you who owns it now, or
Yeah.
what kind of entity owns it.
okay.
What else?
I have to reach out to.
John is
the-
supposed to send us, he said he's substantially complete on the schedule for entertainment. He said he was gonna send me a copy of that, but, I haven't got it yet.
Okay.
I met with the drama club at the high school yesterday. I brought a couple of the puppets so they can try them on and get a feel. They have 5 people that are 5 students that are interested in doing it, the parade thing. There's a minor glitch in that 2 of them sing in the chorus. So the schedule of that is the chorus goes on at 11 and the parade's at 11:30.
So we have to move one of them. Well, you're not gonna be able to move the entertainment, we'll have to move the parade.
John, well, I said that to John, and John said he wasn't moving the parade. They're gonna have to figure it out.
Excuse me?
That's what he said. He said, I'm not moving the parade to another time. I have 4 stages worth of entertainment revolving around that one thing.
All right, so how long does the chorus usually sing?
A half hour.
You can't,
So that would mean that the 2 people that are, they're in the chorus, but they're also gonna do the puppet. So that means that they would have to run down the street.
they
as
would
soon
have,
as-
they have to go change
Yeah,
and then run down the street and get the puppet. So the puppet, well, you know, you need to be cooperative.
so,
Well, the chorus is like 40 people. Hey, what's missing 2?
well, I can't, so we're gonna move, we'll move the, I don't understand why we just can't push the parade to, like 11:35, or 11:40 or something, or 11:45, Give them 15 minutes to get down there and.
Did we do the puppets last year?
No, well, no, we were gonna, except it rained.
Okay.
We had them going on at 10 o'clock, and it was raining at 10 o'clock. So that's a thing that, because that can't happen in the rain.
Right.
We need to reach out to the king and let him practice with the stilts. And we need to have something, clear the street when the whole parade's coming, because the street is full and people hear the music and they don't pay attention. And the king is on stilts. You need to clear a path for the parade to go up Main Street, up Depot, come down Pleasant, and go back down Main Street to the beginning. I don't want to do it, thank you.
Well, is it something that we can have the security and like detail, that are walking around, can they do that?
I wonder if we can draft some firemen to do that for us.
That'd be good. Try the firemen.
Yes, that question.
I mean, I know that
Because-
they're all on the premises.
Well,
It's
because
like-
what happens is that day, if you remember last year, we had a real strong fireman presence down there. I mean, there were firemen everywhere. There were like 10, 15, 20 of them cooking, but there was another 20 of them in uniform walking around,
Mhm.
okay?
Well, they're in uniform, so they're greatly appreciated being
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, and then, we had just as many police, but the police are doing barricade duty.
Right.
And so, but inside the event, there was a heavy fireman presence. Maybe we can ask them to help
Yeah,
with that.
I mean, they're in uniform and they're there and, sure, why not?
I'll ask.
How you doing on volunteers?
Volunteers going okay. Been in touch with the junior class advisor. I reached out to her before school got out back in May. She said that she does have some students that are interested. Last year we had pretty good turnout from 8th graders from the middle school that also have community hours. I contacted that contact again because she gave me like a list last year and their email address and phone numbers and stuff, so I was able to call them directly and schedule things. So she's putting that together for me, so that'll help. I've been checking the family and friends from last year. That list is looking very positive, people that are still coming back. And I'm following up on, people that had reached out to me or that I had reached out to last year that were actually on the schedule, to see if they're still available. So, I think with that, I'd still want to talk with John about maybe doing a volunteer post and then just have people reach out to me, like DM me or something, so that, I can add to that. And I think with that, we'll be in good shape.
Good.
As far as the,
Oh, we do have some Boy Scouts that are gonna volunteer,
so that's what I wanted to confirm real quick.
in your sections there where it says, Boy Scouts or Cub Scouts or something. We don't have many Cub Scouts this year to work that.
To do what?
They usually do the moonwalk.
Oh, yeah, so they did the Castle Bouncy last year.
Yeah, so,
We're gonna have to help fill that. But also, we need adults for
the obstacle course.
the obstacle course and the 2 games. It doesn't work with kids or teenagers. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, we talked about, last week, I think it was last week.
Yeah, you and I talked.
Yeah, we talked about, training,
Yeah.
for when they come on shift. So, there's gonna be 3 guys, we'll have to work out between us, but there'll be 3 of us, you, me, and Ricky, that are gonna be taught to train people when they come on shift.
Okay.
So, between the 3 of us, we should be able to, every time a new person comes on, they should be trained.
Okay. So you said the Cub Scouts are not available at all?
They're doing cotton candy. So parents, it's a little difficult this year, so
Okay.
even grandparents, people that have grandparents, they could easily do the moonwalk or like the spinny wheel. it's easy enough for them to handle.
Yeah.
The cash cube is a little more involved.
Yeah.
I've never done it, I'm just saying it's a little more involved.
So I just want to go through a couple of these just to make sure I'm square. So for the bartenders, we're still good with who we've had over the past couple of years, right?
Yep, bartenders are all set.
Okay. The bouncers?
I have, right now I have one bouncer for sure, working on the second one.
Like alternating shifts for the
Yeah.
day?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Chris Keogh is gonna be a bouncer this year.
Have you reached out to Mr. Dagenais?
That's the one I'm gonna reach out to.
Okay, yeah.
All right, so that other guy is out. Okay. Chris Keogh. Chris Keogh.
He's actually a security guard.
Is that,
Yeah,
is
he's-
he related to Jack?
Huh?
Is he related
Nope.
to Jack? No.
Nope.
No,
No. Okay. Chris Keogh. Okay. All right.
need a pen. Tell me out for my pen broke.
Oh, look at the hidden stash. I don't go in the drawer because it's...
Stable puller?
Oh, there you go. That's funny.
Highlighter.
I just never go in there.
Is Dawn still signed up for engineer?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll have, I have-
Engineers are all lined up,
the engineers are all lined up. Yep.
Okay.
even for breaks.
And that was also, so that was the barrel train too, right?
Yep.
And is it same guy?
Alex.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
it's Alex and Jonathan Matthews as a spare to go back and forth from either
Yeah.
one. Yeah.
okay. All right, Pat is still on for trash?
Yes,
Okay. And then are we doing an admin table again?
yes.
Okay. Is that still Kara or?
Me and Kara.
Okay. Okay. Cool.
Now, the admin table is also designated by the fire department as the lost kid reunification thing.
Okay.
So if, if there's a lost kid or,
Yep.
they meet up at the admin table. So any staff member is gonna know that. The fire department's also gonna have a pair of our walkie-talkies so that they can be in contact with us.
Should we have a little sign that we can post that says lost parent?
Yep.
Instead of saying a
We can-
lost child, we'll just put lost
A
parent.
lost parent, yeah. I like that. A lost parent, spot. Okay. Lost parent meeting spot. And then, yeah. The fire department's also gonna provide first aid services for us. I talked about that yesterday too with them.
Okay.
Where do we direct them to?
They're gonna have they're gonna have two ambulances
Okay.
out. They're gonna have one behind main stage and one on the other side of town. They do that so that they
Yeah, I
can,
get
they
that.
have an ambulance on each side of town. So, either one of those places. So if you have a hurt kid, you find any fireman and they'll get them to the
Okay.
closest spot.
Yep.
Well, I'm loving the weather that we've been having and the dryness. I'm just hoping it like continues.
Yeah, people are always posting interesting comments on Facebook, and every time I want to write, come on, people, can you have some positive thoughts instead of always complaining? Yeah.
Well,
There's 4 of us that put on this event that most people love and like and enjoy.
I think they're more just commenting because they're actually right. I mean,
I know.
There's rain's part of the mix.
Aren't we due for a nice DRY day?
We've had them before.
Yeah, we have.
We've had days that were cool. We've had days that were rainy. We've had days that were scorches.
Oh, they were hot. I remember those.
there was one time we had a pretty good amount of rain, and the kids loved, it was warm though, and we had rain. And the kids loved it. The bouncy rides were like swimming in pools, and they thought it was awesome.
Also, we need mostly adults. We need well, my opinion, Tony and I have discussed this, the ticket booth. We want people in there that we know.
Well, I got my sister who did it last year.
Okay,
She loved it. She wants to do it again.
okay.
And I have recruited another very close friend to either work with my sister for like a half a day shift, or we can alternate between the two. But I think the morning it's a little slow,
It is.
so see how that plays out. But I know,
And then it
Come
picks
around
up and goes
11.
nuts.
right. So,
Okay.
I think last year we had 3 people in the afternoon. We had 2 people working the booths, and I know you were jumping in there too. And then we had another person who was just like ripping tickets. Like, I think it was your grandson that was just like kept pulling the tickets and getting them ready. So
Oh, yeah, Big Damien?
yeah.
All right, okay.
So we're gonna do our best to make sure that that's fully staffed, and it is people that are trusted and
Yep.
are in there. So. And Keith's wife was there last year too, so I'll check back in with
Oh,
her.
that's nice.
So
Yeah.
Keith actually jumped in for a little bit too. So
Do we know who's doing the soda jar?
no, no.
Well, our usual is all the way in Arizona. He's off at college.
Yeah, yeah.
And they did very well on tips.
Yeah, it's a
I'm gonna
key.
have to call.
It's a key spot to fill, but again, there's
The
cash
library.
involved, and you got to make sure you've got
Yeah.
the right people.
Store drink stuff. I'm gonna have to call the library so that we can store the drink stuff in the basement again. That way we don't, because it's a lot of heavy stuff to move around,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Unless you have a different plan.
No, I thought that worked out fine.
Yeah.
We don't really have to do a lot of, transitioning things from the basement into there, but it is very convenient when we do need it, so. And especially if we're now gonna be on the street, like, we're not gonna, you don't wanna have a bunch of stuff out and have it being exposed, like,
Mhm.
you wanna kinda keep it small and keep it clean,
Yeah, yeah. The clean part is kind of important because it keeps the bees away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
The sugar in that syrup draws bees like crazy.
yep. Yeah, I think, obviously water could quickly get rid and dilute some of that stuff, but yeah, I think we'll need to make sure like we have stuff on hand to quickly clean it up and wipe it up, and plenty of, paper towels or whatever to
They
kinda
need a
move it
bucket
around.
of soapy,
Yeah,
clean water.
yeah. Yeah, last year it got a little sketchy.
Well, last year it was better than it was the year before. The year before, it was, the year before that, I forget how many years we've been doing it now, but the first year we did it, we were surprised because we didn't plan on the fact that that stuff draws bees. So
Mhm.
there was bees everywhere.
Yeah,
And
okay.
so we get a little better at handling it.
And I reached out, I have a neighbor who manages a bar, and she last year kind of got it all set up, like organized and stuff, so
Nice.
she said that she'll do that again this year.
Okay.
How you set it up is fine, it's, once things get underway, it is what it is. But,
Does she
I'm
know
gonna
anyone
have-
who wants to run it?
So that morning, I have a guy that does the ice run,
okay,
okay?
yep,
So usually he's back with the ice by 7:30, 8 o'clock.
yep.
And then,
Yeah, we had a
We
big
did-
cooler, and we
Yep.
didn't even use half of what was there, but yeah, it's good
Yep.
to have that, so.
So, yeah, So we have, I send him out for ice and he comes back and we stock the beer garden and we stock the thing.
Okay.
And we give him, you know, a couple bags of ice out to Boy Scouts, Cub Scouts and stuff. We pick up their ice for them.
Okay.
And then, yeah,
True.
All of the games and everything in the shed is all set to go.
yes.
Everything is,
Yeah, I've been through those a couple times now.
okay,
They're all ready to go.
okay.
So that's kind of what we do on Friday. Is we start early and we unpack the whole thing and we
Yep.
set things out. Once we play with the main stage thing, then we won't have to worry about all that pipe
Okay.
for the main stage.
True. Yep.
So, we'll still have to do that for the second stage, but the advantage of where the second stage is, we set that whole thing up the day before, so we don't have to deal with it on Octoberfest day. So that saves a lot of time.
Okay.
And then, you know, and then the other stage that we put it down next to the goodness store is just an easier.
Oh.
That's the one that runs, but there'll be a lot more material there this time because we're gonna bring, over there, we're gonna drop the grass on those PVC pipe things that you had. We're also gonna drop all of the fencing that I made,
Yep.
because that's where the doggy run is gonna be.
Right.
So, so we save on moving some stuff around, but we
Right.
picked up more stuff to move around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Also, some of the trailers are arriving on Friday night.
yes. We're gonna have to, matter of fact, there's 2 trailers that I have to figure out what we're doing with them.
We need trailers.
Well, it would have been easier if our electric, we had 2 poles, but with all of our electric is on one side of the church. So the trailers and a lot of the food plug into, besides the blow-up rides, they all plug into that one unit on that side of the church. So we have to arrange, since we have to move the french fry guy down closer so he's not across from that gentleman's driveway, we have to figure out where they're going and how they're doing that. We'll figure it out. I mean,
Yeah.
and I'll be setting my street
The
this week
Waves,
as well.
the Waves ice cream guy, you're gonna put where we put him last year, right?
You said he wanted to be where he was last
Yeah.
year, okay?
Yeah, so we're gonna put him where he was last year. He was actually part of the barricade that went around Pleasant Street. So like when you go, you know, the train goes around Pleasant Street to Depot Street, and then they put a barricade with a big dump truck there, to block off the end of that, and, you know, they send traffic down Cottage Street. Well, we kind of talked to the highway department to move that truck a little bit so that we could put the ice cream truck there, like, part of that. So the ice cream truck became part of that barricade, and he was serving out the thing. That seemed to work pretty good. And, you know, he said he didn't mind it there, so we're kind of gonna put him there again. That gets him out of that mix. He's got his own generator, and, you know, that generator is between him and the dump truck, and nobody hears it,
Okay.
you know?
We had discussed moving the food onto Depot Street or at the very end up near the lodge. And the biggest problem is they all need to plug in for electric and there's no other panel that is specifically Octoberfest panel. So it has to go
Yeah,
there.
And we don't have access to any power there, you know? I mean, we run the stage from an extension that we run from the church, and, you know, they're good to do that, but they can't run food vendors.
Right.
Yeah,
Why can't we just have all food vendors provide their own generators?
Because it would be way too loud and stinky.
now you get generator noise everywhere. That actually causes another fire department problem, though, because generators are supposed to be secured and contained, and, you know, it's supposed to be 10 feet from the vehicle, you know, so it's kind of the reason why we put the panel there.
Okay.
We got a 400 amp panel that we put there so that we could run bouncies
Okay.
and food guys. So we've always, you know, that Pleasant Street is the food court,
Right.
you know, so we got to figure out how to make it work.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is a German food person coming.
Oh, they have a great menu.
Do they need electric, did they say?
Last year's menu. Okay, where are they? German food, 79.80. Yes, electric.
Okay.
That's gonna be interesting, because all three trailers need electric.
So how many trailers do you have, just 3? Or 4? Thought you said you had 4. Don't count the waves, guys.
No, he's on his own up the other end. Ernie,
Yeah.
Al Sharpenter, who's doing loaded tater tots and fried Oreos. And then we have the Tony Island hot dogs, which is actually, they're doing German food. So there's 3 trailers and they all need electric.
Okay, so there's only 3 trailers though, right?
3 trailers.
Okay, so we're gonna put, the key is to see if I can get the German food guy over at the junk store. Because when we set up the beer garden, the other side, we usually just set up tables and stuff so that people can eat food without taking their kids into the beer garden to sit down and at a table to eat food, right? So we order a bunch of extra tables so that we can set up, like, you know, in that area, if I could put the German food truck in there, so that the German food and the beer garden are in proximity, right? That would be awesome. But I need to reach out to the junk store and figure that out.
Because of the electricity.
Huh?
Because of the electricity.
Well, we can probably, you know, run an extension cord to him from the junk store, maybe.
Right.
Yeah. We'll have to figure that out. They did it one time before because we had that bistro guy there. Remember?
We had the bistro guy, but the guy before that had an adorable green trailer that he did German food, the
And
same
sold
spot,
out.
and he sold out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So,
That's up to you to make some
yeah,
phone calls.
I'll have to be diplomatic with we'll have to figure that out. All right. German food guy. Now the junk store sells food too, but they don't sell it outside. It's inside. So you can go in and get soups and sandwiches and stuff from them. I
They
think
always do well.
you didn't get a vendor form from them, did you? Okay, so I'm gonna have to. That'll be part of my conversation.
Yeah, it's basically for insurance purposes.
Yeah. So if we, that means that we only have 2 trailers to deal with on Pleasant Street.
Yes. But we still have to have them move down further so they're not
Yeah.
having an issue.
Yeah, that's kind of why I
Gets more difficult because the fried dough now has to go over there. Would have been easier to figure all that out, but now they have to go over there and squeeze in as well.
yeah, the Friday has to be on that road.
Yeah.
No, they can be on the Main Street side,
They could.
but you would, because normally you have like Apple Crisp or, but they need electric, right? The Apple Crisp or the baked potato guys, don't they have
Baked
electric?
potatoes. Really? How many times you really pull this out?
Maybe just leave it out.
I'm thinking so. Where the heck are we? Electric. Wow. There. Really? Really, you're staying out. Come on. Nope, don't need electric. How
Okay.
super cool is that?
So you put them in the Boy Scout site. Where the Boy Scouts came
We'll
from.
figure it out.
Because they,
I have some thoughts, we'll figure it out.
I know, but that Boy Scout site is not, there's no electric there. The Boy Scouts didn't need electric, so you can still put them there. They don't cook with oil, so that's what the fire department was concerned about.
They have to do something to keep their cheese warm and the potatoes warm.
Yeah, well, that's interesting. How they do that, they must have some burner thing.
I don't know.
Yeah, but it's still not hot oil. It's not a fryer later.
Right.
I will, yep,
Yeah.
I will figure this all out.
All right.
And Second Congo is doing homemade apple crisp.
And
Saturday,
Did
they were,
And they don't need electric either, do they? Do they? I need to know this stuff, so
I know, but I was in the middle of a sentence there, sir. Actually, Second Congo apple crisp. Let's see it. I don't think they do.
Are they, I think they want to do it up in their corner anyway.
They want their usual spot.
Okay, so that doesn't matter then.
Hold on. The other church requires electric because they're doing popcorn.
Popcorn.
Mhm.
So put them down next to the Cub Scouts.
Yes, dear. I will figure out my food. They have not asked for electric. They have their 5 spaces on the corner of the lawn. And Saturday, they were having a trial run of the recipes of the apple crisp. I'll be honest with you, years ago, I've been trying to get them to bring it back. It was the best apple crisp I've ever had. So I'm hoping it's the same recipe.
It's a Saturday.
This last Saturday, they
Oh.
made it just to practice with it, see what worked, didn't work, what needed to be tweaked. So, they were in their safe serve kitchen. Oh, it's gonna be yummy.
They used to do a turkey dinner on Octoberfest Day. And we never got to go there for that because it was always sold out before we finished cleanup.
Yeah.
I was always disappointed. I've been trying to get them to bring back the turkey dinner, but they just don't have enough staff or whatever to do it. So instead, we get pizza after 12 hours worth of work. Yeah, it's okay. Okay,
Anything else?
Nope.
well, we had to call this meeting because we had issues arising and we didn't think it could wait until
Yeah.
next week.
Mostly with moving vendors around and the fire department
with the meeting we had, which went
Yeah.
very well.
Yep.
So then this is gonna be next Tuesday as well,
Next,
the 24th.
I miss having the calendar on the wall. They always had one before. They need to bring it back. Okay, so this
24th.
next Tuesday is the 24th?
Next Tuesday is another meeting,
Yep,
and the Tuesday after that is another meeting.
yep,
So the next 2 Tuesdays, and then Oktoberfest.
yep.
Oh, John said he can't make October 1st. He asked us to
I know,
reschedule.
so, right now, the next 2 Tuesdays are scheduled. We'll try to squeeze another,
Mhm.
instead of that one, another meeting in before the event somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah. Because Thursday we mark the street. Friday, he's ballistically nuts with anyone who can help him the
Yeah.
day of, get all that done.
I was here last year and I got, Tim Gallagher is potentially on board Friday and Saturday.
Nice, I like that
We
you're in
got
touch with
Yeah,
him.
yep,
Good, good, good. He should join the committee. Anyway, he's a good guy. To me, he's still a kid, but anyway.
Right.
And then Saturday, we're up and we leave our house when it's still dark.
mhm.
The grass is still dewy
And
and
go
wet.
home when it's dark and dewy.
Yeah.
Mary's running around downtown in her pink boots.
I wear my pink rain boots first thing in the morning, and there have been years that I've not gotten around to it and forgot to change my shoes. I stay in my pink boots all day. Okay. Now,
Okay.
did you have another grandbaby?
About to.
Well, she won't be able to volunteer.
This, no, she,
Oh, before,
this is receipts.
yes, spent a bunch of money.
Oh, wow, holy cow. Oh, yeah, all this stuff was sent to my house. Yeah, they can't copy that because it doesn't make any sense.
Can we, could stop by and just look at where the car can go?
Yes.
Yep.
Sure. Just don't want to forget about that.
Today is the 21st.
We have a motion to
17th.
adjourn.
So moved.
All right.
All in favor?
Second.